Hey everybody, Jim Lee. Listen, did you know that if everybody who worked at Windsor Assembly attended one membership meeting a year, they'd have to put chairs down in the lower hall because the upper hall where they have the union meetings wouldn't have enough room to accommodate everybody. That's everybody that works at Windsor Assembly Plant attending one membership meeting a year. If you add the casino to that number, we'd have to put chairs out in the parking lot or have a telefeed out there because, again, the building itself would not be able to accommodate every member from the casino and Windsor Assembly, each attending one membership meeting a year. We haven't added into that number our supplier plants, and other units under the 444 banner, nor have we added in the retirees who do attend our membership meetings. I point this out to you that we would not have enough room for everybody if we all just attended one membership meeting a year to show you the kind of numbers we have in our own local. We have so many people in our own local that we couldn't accommodate everybody attending one membership meeting a year. That being said, we have to learn to get a way to find ways to wrap our arms around each other. We have the numbers, we have the strength, we just don't have the solidarity. Solidarity is important to us because we have a lot of big battles ahead of us. And we have to find a way to reach out to each other, to engage each other. This is just our local. This is just one local, our local, that has these kind of numbers where if we each attended one membership meeting a year, one. In between contracts, that's 4 union meetings. 4 union meetings over the course of 4 years, and we would not be able to accommodate each other. We all have our excuses. We're all busy and everything else. I'm busy. I know I have my excuses, but if we all made the effort to attend one membership meeting, I'm telling you, it would blow your mind the kind of numbers we have. If out of the people that attended the membership meeting, just out of Windsor Assembly, if we had everybody attending one membership meeting a year, out of those people, every month, if 1 out of 20 asked a question, that's approximately 23 questions or so per membership meeting, where we would be engaging our leadership would be giving answers that would be heard by everybody in attendance. Everybody getting the same answer, we would all be sharing that answer in the workplace, and again, strengthening our solidarity. Our committee men, and I still don't understand why we don't do this, but I'm just a line grunt like everybody else. But if our committee men had town halls at the local for their areas, especially now that we're going for silver, that would do a lot to help strengthen our solidarity. It would help get us all on the same page in our areas. And we would all be getting vital information and sharing information back and forth with each other. Now, while I'm calling on our committee men to try to start having town halls to help engage their membership more directly, also I'm saying to us, we can't use these opportunities just to vent our anger and our frustration. We'd have to attend these with the intent of getting information, sharing information, and trying to make our workplace better. So to me, committee men stepping up, having town halls for their members at the local union hall is another step towards building our solidarity. Solidarity is important to me because I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that the current workers, the current workforce, people working right now today, wherever you are in Ontario, I believe right to work is going to be the greatest battle of our generation of workers. You saw it happen in Michigan. Nobody thought Michigan would ever become a right to work state. The UAW was supposed to be so strong and powerful in Michigan, and yet here we saw Michigan, once upon a time a manufacturing dynamo, succumb to right to work legislation. Tim Hudak says if he becomes premier, he would introduce right to work to Ontario. The federal Conservatives, they have a private member's bill about right to work. This is going to be, I believe, the greatest challenge we face as workers today. If we drop the ball on this, if we don't get our arms around each other and get our arms around how to fight this, we're going to hurt the next generation of workers, which is our kids. The truth about right to work is it lets companies off the hook for treating workers fairly. It's plain and simple. I know it does, it weakens the union, but I'll let the union explain that to you. I'm concerned about companies getting the power to further limit workers' abilities to make gains, to move ahead, to share in the Canadian dream. If your kids have gone to school for a public sector job, like nursing or teaching or something, we saw just recently the Ontario government enact a law that gave them the power to roll back gains for teachers, and after they did that, then they got rid of the law to try to keep the peace. But we all saw how they came up with a law that gave them the right to screw over workers. Once they accomplished that goal, they got rid of the law. If we have right to work, it'll make it that much easier for the governments of the day to do that. And let's be honest, if we have right to work, they won't have to rescind such laws, so just keep them on the books. This is going to be, without a doubt, the hardest battle we face as workers today. I look there towards my retirement. And if you work in Windsor Assembly, if you work on the line, if you work, period, for a living, we all dream of the day that we're retired, and we dream of a retirement in peace, security, and comfort. Let's be honest, if we get right to work in Ontario and wages are lowered, and they will be because unions will be weakened, so of course the benchmark, which is union wages, will be lowered across the board. If that happens, our healthcare system will face more pressure. Right when you and I are entering our retirement years and theoretically using the healthcare system more so than we do now, it will be under greater pressure. So if you think the healthcare system is lacking today, wait till we have right to work and tell me how you feel about it then. If you think that the education system can do better by our kids, I think we can do a better job in educating our kids. If you think that, wait till right to work comes, and with less tax dollars coming in, the education for our kids suffers. So solidarity, wrapping our arms around each other, trying to move the ball forward together is more important today, in my opinion, than it has ever been. I don't have all the answers. I'm like the rest of you. I'm worried about today, I'm worried about tomorrow, I'm worried for my kids. And I just see that we're not moving together in a direction that we can all look and feel comfortable with. For the most part, we've been reduced to being happy we have a job. We hear of other layoffs, other plants leaving, other companies folding, and we're just glad it's not us. But we have no answers. We're just like we're adrift together, all clinging to the lifeboat and just praying that a big wave doesn't come and take us under. That's the truth of the matter. The casino workers are suffering and hurting because the traffic isn't there anymore like it used to be. We're in a climate of fear. And in some ways that climate of fear is immobilizing us and freezing us and paralyzing us from doing anything that may help us, because fear is a powerful motivator. I'm saying, maybe we should use that fear to move forward. Maybe we should use that fear to reach out to each other, to cling on to each other, to realize we do have the numbers. We do have common goals in terms of wanting the best we can for our families. We do share a common bond through Windsor Assembly, where all of our wagons are hooked to the Windsor Assembly wagon, and in that sense we rise and fall together. And if we can understand that we rise and fall together, maybe we can understand that together we're less likely to fall if we reach out to each other, if we don't ignore each other, if we don't live in our own little personal bubbles anymore, and we start to open up to each other. Folks, I got to tell you,